Greetings, it's Eric Bakker, the Naturopath from New Zealand. Thanks for coming back and checking out this channel. We're going to talk about the remove stage today. So the remove is the first part of the Ultimate Candida Cleanse Lite program. Remove, replace, rebuild. We're going to talk about remove today. So remove is only a 7-day, maybe a 10 or even 14-day for some people. If you've had lots of constipation or bloating or gas or bowel problems, you've been treating a fungal condition or a bacterial problem, maybe irritable bowel syndrome, could be colitis. You've been treating these conditions for weeks, months, maybe years, and you keep taking different types of products. You keep going from one doctor to another. You keep doing tests. You keep going to forums, but you can't seem to get anywhere. Well, you're not alone. A lot of people are in the same club. The fact is that most people try and kill, eradicate, and wipe things out before they even improve and cleanse and get some basic gut balancing underway. And this can actually send you backwards. It's very counterproductive. Stage 1 of the Lite program is called Remove, and there's a reason for it. And this may well be the most important step of all. So what does remove really mean? I mean, why would you have this as part of a program? Well, after 39 years of working with patients and treating a lot of people for all kinds of different types of fungal and bacterial issues, one thing's become quite clear. Most people are very focused on eradication, on killing the Candida or killing the SIBO infection. And they're going to take associated products around this for that reason. And this is before the gut is even ready or capable of performing such feats. But what about if the bowel function is not optimized? What if your stomach is not functioning optimally or your pancreas is below par, which is so common with people with stress today? What then? What occurs? Toxins get reabsorbed, die-off gets worse, symptoms just blow up out of proportion and aggravate. And you'll also find that your progress will be stalled. In fact, you could even slide backwards. The other thing I've found is anxiety increases, especially around food fear. People get increasingly more anxious about what they eat, thinking that every mouthful could blow up another symptom. You'll find if the gut isn't stable, like the foundation on your house, the whole lot could eventually come down. It's the best way to eradicate any kind of infection in the body is to optimize our digestive function. So therefore, remove is not an aggressive detox phase. Think of it as a gentle, purposeful step. Think of it as clearing the runway before you take off. So stage 1 remove focuses on these 4 key fundamental points. The first thing we do is get the gut cleaned up. So a little bit of gut cleansing first. That's number 1. Number 2, reduce the microbial load gently. So we don't want to kill Candida, we just want to gently take the numbers down in these early stages. We can get a little bit harder when it comes to pushing further down the track. The third one is stop feeding the problem. There's no point tackling Candida or SIBO or irritable bowel if we're giving the body the wrong kind of food. And the fourth one, of course, is identify the triggers and the causes so we can prevent this from happening again in the future. And that's it. No extreme chaos, no massive detox reactions, no die-off. It's not necessary at all. No hacks. It's just a very basic, simple process. The key point of remove is we've got to stop feeding the fire. So we want to take out the bad stuff first. There's no point trying to clean up a gut if we're putting the wrong kind of food into it in the first place. So in remove, the first thing we do is we don't worry about gluten, we don't worry about dairy, we don't worry about FODMAPs, we're not worried about salicylates or oxalates at this stage. We're just interested in the junk and takeaway foods. We look at the ultra processed foods in replace in the second stage, but this is what I call the top tier crap. So this has got to go first. There's no point going to the second stage unless we can nail this one first. So the 3 main categories we're looking at are the very sweet, the very fatty, and the very salty. Those are the 3 core groups of junk foods that we need to eliminate in this stage. Candies, pastries, sugary cereals, soft drinks, ice creams, all that sort of stuff, chocolate bars, this has all got to go. The salty, chips, flavored snacks, processed crackers, pretzels, and of course the very fatty, deep fried foods. Chicken nuggets, fast food, processed meats, also very fatty. We're not looking at creating the perfect diet in remove. We're looking at removing the junk first and replacing it with some simple whole food choices. It's about removing the biggest offenders first. And when this happens, many people have often commented to me, wow, some of my symptoms are actually disappearing already. Here's where a lot of programs get it wrong. They don't focus on the bowel function at the beginning. It's very important to get the bowel flow and flora established right up front. This is going to make the cleansing experience a lot easier and more comfortable for you as we go further down the track. So remember, the colon is our primary detox route. If it's sluggish, things are going to back up. If it's partially sluggish, this can increase bloating, headaches, fatigue, and lots of other symptoms that could make it harder for you to have that courage to really go through and ahead with a good cleanse. So Remove includes a gentle magnesium-based product, usually magnesium oxide powder, in water, which we'll talk about soon. No harsh laxatives, no enemas, no coffee enemas, no aggressive purging. Just a basic, gentle magnesium-based support for 7 days is all you really need. Simple whole foods, bathroom access. You may get a bit of fatigue, but it's not really a big drama in this stage. So what does elimination improve? Bloating reduces, brain fog lifts, energy improves, sleep improves, die-off reactions usually improve significantly, and also a person's mental and emotional health picks up because anxiety tends to be allayed. You just feel more comfortable in this position. So this step alone can change a lot for people. Let's talk now about cause and effect. So fungal and bacterial overgrowths don't happen per chance. There's always a reason why things happen. There's always a cause for an effect to take place. There are 2 categories I always discuss: the primary causes, or the trigger, and the maintaining causes, the fuel on the fire that keeps it going. So what do you think the primary cause of most gut problems is in the world today? Antifungals, antibiotics, steroids, birth control pills, PPI drugs, acid blockers, autoimmune drugs, but also major illness and emotional trauma. Now what about the maintaining causes? What about things that keep it going all the time? So sugar, alcohol, stress, poor sleep, poor bowel function, ongoing medication treatment. The ongoing low-grade stress is a key one here. So most people treat symptoms. They don't usually look at the causes, and people rarely look at triggers. Unless you remove these things, symptoms will generally return. Let's talk about what's normal during this remove phase. What's going to be quite okay to experience, and I want you not to be alarmed about. It's quite normal to experience a bit of bloating, a bit of gas, a bit of discomfort, maybe a few extra toilet trips, but that's not really a big problem because you're cleaning. There could be some minor adjustment symptoms. So these are all perfectly normal. But what's not normal? Extreme symptoms, extreme fatigue, extreme die-off. This often tells me you're pushing too hard. You're just trying to do too much too soon. Everybody wants everything faster. Nobody wants to wait anymore. You're pushing too hard. It's just a matter of backing off a bit. A remove should feel gentle. It shouldn't feel stressed and rushed. So we need to do this in a more calm and controlled way. If you want to optimize digestive support, I highly recommend a good quality probiotic and some digestive enzymes. These can help stabilize your gut and improve the function while you're clearing the bowel. This is why exactly I formulated probiotics and enzymes years ago, to get the gut in a better shape, which will make it much easier for you to clear infection. These are designed to optimize digestive function. And when you've got an optimal digestive function, the body tends to take care of itself. Now remember, supplements are optional. It's certainly not mandatory. The food always comes first. Food and rest and lifestyle is number 1 in my book. And supplements are a very powerful adjunct and can really help facilitate this process. So when do we transition to stage 2, to the replace stage? Well, once the runway's clear and the bowels are consistent, the bloating's a little bit better. Once you've picked up a bit, once you feel a bit better than you did before the remove stage, it's generally time to move on to replace. Once you've cleared the junk food from the diet and you're quite happy you don't need soda drinks every day anymore, an optimal time then to do the transition. This is when we're starting to strengthen your digestion and rebuild it more properly. But I don't want you to skip ahead. I certainly would not like it if you skipped remove altogether and went straight into replace and rebuild. Remember, the runway needs to be clear first. If this resonates with you and you're tired of force and frustration and continually relapsing, go to Candida.com and grab the 84-page Light Guide. The Light Guide works well with the videos that we're going to be producing. It walks you through step by step. Thanks for tuning in. Drop a comment below if you don't mind. Let me know how you're going with your cleanses or protocols, or what your biggest issue is you've got currently going on, and we'll catch up in the second video. It's the replace video. Thank you.